Hello everybody, welcome back to the Craft Beer Hub. I have just walked into the Great British Beer Festival, GBBF 2023. We're going to do a little walk around. It's all changed this year, the layout's changed slightly. So I'm looking at over here, what was the American International Bar is now sort of mainly predominantly British breweries. So it's going to be a bit of a layout change for a few of you that are going to come along this year compared to last. Let's have a little walk around and pick out some sort of interesting points. So this is the main entrance here. This is where you get your tickets, your glass and everything like that. You get your glass there. And then you enter the main hall. Now, as we go around, this was where the American bar used to be. I think the American bar was actually just there. But this year, obviously, we've got breweries such as Titanic, Vale, Woodford's, near me actually, Woodford's. Theakston, Oakham's, obviously Lord's Brewing Company, we all know about those, don't we? John's here today. I am Pier down in Kent, Dorking in Surrey, Bishop Nick, I believe they're Essex Way, and Arkell's. Very similar lineup actually, that part of because that was very much the lineup that was there last year. Then we've got Fine Ales and Tribute, and then Adnams at the back. And it's just good to be back. It's good to be back. I haven't done many beer festivals this year. At all. So I wasn't going to do this one, truth be told. I kind of ticked the box last year, but I just couldn't resist. I got that. The GBBF or camera very kindly issued me a press pass sort of thing. So I thought, why not? It's a good day out, and I had a fantastic time in last year. I actually enjoyed this probably a bit more than Brew London. Certainly better for filming content, because you haven't got the booming music like Brew London's got. It's an absolute nightmare. So here we go, the first stop. These are more like the discovery bars. Now it looks like, right, they aren't broken down into regions. Last year they were kind of regional. This one's got beers from like Scotland, Berkshire, Buckinghamshire, Cambridgeshire, but there's breweries here such as Four Tees, Brampton, Cumbrian Ales, Dancing Duck, Blue Anchor, Elusive are there, which would be fantastic. Hopefully, one beer that I missed last year was Oregon Trail on cask. I've had it on keg, I've had it on can, but I've heard on cask it is insane. But yeah, this is the lineup: Red Willow, Windsor and Eton, Little Brewing, and then right next door is another bar, which has got the same kind of thing. It's not regional, it's not separated into geographical regions, but they've kind of like got certain counties on here. So over here, who have we got that's sort of any note? You've got More Beer from Gloucester and Bristol. You've got Stewart Brewing. You've got Leon C. They're a fantastic brewery, Leon C. Grey Trees. Arbour. Brains. Burning Sky. So these are more the discovery bars. So generally speaking, over in that section I showed you before that had Lord's Brewing Company, St Austell, I think I said Tribute earlier, St Austell, those were more, those sort of, obviously the only beers you can get from those stands the only beers that you can get from those stands are from those brewers, whereas those discovery bars, I personally find them a bit better, because you can kind of stand there for a little while and try a few different bits and bobs from all over the country. Just walking past Thornbridge, got a nice little setup there, Thornbridge. Nice little neon sign going on, playing absolute havoc with the camera. Then you've got the cider bar, which I'm not really going to show because it's Craft Beer Hub, isn't it? And then it seems like the halls have kind of swapped over. So the small hall has now become... I'm just walking into the big hall now. This is the big hall. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, because John from Lord's, he was here last year, that stand there. So I don't quite know why they've changed it. There must be a reason. They're very well versed in doing this now, camera. But look at this hall. I'm going to walk up the end. It is stunning. You're going to see it behind me. But in terms of sort of how beer festivals look, hold on. I've seen Simon from the Real Ale Craft Beer. Hold on, I'm going to go get him. Ready? Hello, mate. What's your name and where did you come from? How you doing?
Yeah, man.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
good trip up.
Oh, do you know what I did? I ate some noodles. This is exclusive for your YouTube channel. I'm on my third beer. I'm on my eating noodles last night. I got up for the last spoonful and my back went. So I'm like this. I'm hobbling round on my back legs.
So what you're saying is you look pissed before you've even had a beer today?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say officially. I'll tell you what really happened after when you press stop on record. You all right?
I was just really good, mate. Really good. Good to see you.
Yeah.
I've just been Renegade.
Really, yeah, really good. They used to be the old West Backs brewery beers.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they've got an amazing.
That looks bloody good.
Yeah,
Was that pale ale? Blonde?
4.1 this time of day, lunchtime. 4.1.
Always good. I was just saying, when you look at this venue, I mean, it's stunning, isn't it?
Incredible.
Is there a better venue for a beer festival? Maybe they do the one down in Portsmouth on the Battleship, which is pretty cool.
I was in Portsmouth last week. Yeah.
Did a good time down there?
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
Good brewing scene down there, mate.
I went to the castle, Port Castle.
Yeah.
With the kids and the family.
But I think I've never been to, I think it's called Victorious Festival. I've never been to that, but for the beer festivals that I've been to, this is definitely the most impressive.
I see what you've done. You flipped it.
Yeah.
You're cracking these GoPros.
They are really good. They are good. Right.
So what are you looking forward to drinking today?
Oh, you know what?
German stuff or American?
I'm drinking a lot of German stuff recently. Probably too much. But no, I'm probably going to try a few beers that I missed out on last year, like Oregon Trail on cask.
Oh yeah,
for one.
Yeah.
There's certain beers that I missed out on last year. I just kind of got a bit to in the moment. It was my second festival that I've been to as like a YouTuber, so to speak. So I was kind of got a bit swept away. But this year I was kind of taking a bit more of a calm approach and trying to tick a few of those kind of bucket list beers off the list, really.
Yeah, totally. Do you feel now you're walking around with the GoPro and the microphone? Do you know when you're doing your tour things, do you feel like Martin Brundle on the grid?
I wish I was Martin Brundle. I love him. He's good, isn't he? He is good. But there is a bit of a. When I first started YouTube, I was a bit like, I didn't really like it. I didn't really like it. But now I'm much more relaxed.
Isn't it?
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to quickly do a round, then I'm going to come and see you for a beer.
Yeah, I'm going to be by ear, resting my legs, resting my bad back.
Right, see you in a second.
Thank you.
There we go. Good to see a familiar face. Right, we're straight into. So this is different now. The centre of this main hall, it was full of discovery bars. It was full of sort of independent, the bars that John's on, but this is now just full on discovery bars. The keg, this is interesting. Now this is something that people have talked about with camera in the past, is they're not very keg focused, and they're more about cask. And that's how the campaign for Real Ale started, many moons ago now. But it's interesting to see that they've moved the keg section to here when it was tucked away in the corner last time. That's really interesting. It's good to see, especially for someone like myself. Then we've got the familiar faces of Vocation. There we go. What have they got? A Cascade Pale Ale by the looks of things, a dry hop pale called Bread and Butter. They've got a few nice little bits on there. Siren Craft Brewing from Finch, Hampstead. Renegade. I've been told about these. Hello guys. I've been told about you guys. I've got to come and get one of your beers in a minute. They seem like good fun. As we move around here, we've got a gin and wine bar. There you go. I'm loving this is totally different. There seems to be more general bars where you, like I said before, you can probably stand at this bar here with Abbeydale, what else we got there? Green Duck, Kirkstall, Mantle, Wylam Brewery. You can stand at these bars now for a little while when you couldn't. There's more of these bars, and you can stand there for 2 or 3, 4 halves and really get your head in rather than go point to point. And these individual bars don't really do it for me. I prefer these kind of more general bars. Oh, I had some of the Krusty Pie Company. I literally ate nothing but sausage rolls last year. I probably shouldn't do that this year because the belly's getting bigger and the wallet's getting smaller, that's for sure. Now, interestingly, we've got the Schlenkerler bar. Now, I'm going to be probably hanging around here a little bit, I think. Right, now this is interesting. I'm going to turn the camera. So if you saw one of my latest videos, I talked about the German beer scene, more specifically to do with the Beers of Europe order that I put in. I've already seen, and it's the Andex, the Weissbier Hell. Do you remember the yellow bottle? If you saw the video, not if you didn't see, go back. I was saying these are unseen breweries for me and blah blah blah, because I'm really now getting into my Euro stuff, my Weiss beers and my lagers in a big way. I was always interested. I always drank it, but this is now really turning into a big thing. One of the first beers that jumps out at me is Andex with their Weissbier Hell. They're at Brews, they're at GBBF, which is fantastic. What have we got? We've got the Schneider Weissbier Hell. I don't recognise any. I certainly know the Andex one. As we move along, we've got the Hackerschwor, Keller beer, Fru Kolsch, that'll be good. I've never had that on keg. The Augustiner Eldorf, the Schlenkerler Rauschbier Merzen, canned and bottled section. Now, I remember this being quite extortionate last year, these prices, because I think this is a lot of American stuff. So we'll have a little look at that. I'll maybe talk about this later. They've got the Lord Chambray coconut stout. I'm going to have to do a bit of that for the boys over in Malta, where I was at the start of the year, but that's very much the European section, and we're now at the other end of the hall. This is just such a fantastic place. I don't think it is, but it certainly reminds me of an old train station. You can imagine the old trains rolling in here back in the day. Then we're at another Discovery bar, US, a lot of you, mainly US, all US. Look at some of these. Not many. I haven't really done the US thing yet. Haven't really done it. Alesmith, and I've certainly heard of Alesmith, but yeah, not many brewery names that I recognise up there. And then we've got the international bottle section. Now this is where it was pricey. This was the one. I think there was a can of beer that I bought last year. It cost an absolute fortune. It was a Affogato stout. And you know what, actually, did I buy it or did I go halves with Craig from Kent Beer Reviews? I can't remember. I just remember walking away thinking, I paid quite a lot of money for that, and it was very nice. It was very nice. It was from something like 8 Miles or something. They were called 8 Stone, or I can't remember the exact name of the brewery, but yeah, it was very nice. But good to discover. I can't talk too much because I don't want to be too critical of the pricing structure, because I chose to pay it at the end of the day. Here's another Cask Bar. This has got the likes of Colonel on it, Blue Monkey. They're here today, actually. I've spoke to Ian and the boys from Blue Monkey quite a lot recently, so that'd be good to see them today. Rudgate Purple Moose from Wales, Mr. Winters from my neck of the woods, and then there's another bar up here called the House Without the Name Bar, another cask bar. Obviously very, very cask heavy here, but it's good to see keg being so well represented. You've got Williams Brothers, Ramsgate Brewery, Wanson Brewery, Marble, fantastic brewery they are, Marble. Mad Squirrel from out near Paul's Beer Reviews, Cairngorm from Scotland, fantastic beers, Bateman's from Lincolnshire. And in terms of beer and kind of the beery interests, that's pretty much it for the moment. That's like pretty much a walk around a GBBF, quite a whistle stop one because it's getting very busy in it now and the noise is probably playing havoc with the microphone. But yeah, that's the tour of GBBF 2023. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you've been so kind. Let me know if you've come here. This is the first day. This is the trade session, I should say. That's why it's not too busy at the moment. There's a stage over there with music. Not playing yet, thankfully, because obviously it's a nightmare for filming. But yeah, let me know how you get on here over the next few days. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you've been so kind, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.